Hey all, I'm here to talk about this Nissan Patrol with the LS conversion done in it. I've had a lot of problems. I live way out west, probably about 4 hours from Brisbane. There's not very many people out here that know anything about wiring, anything much about LS conversions and stuff. So I had to do a lot of working out, spending a lot of money on parts which probably unnecessarily. But I just thought I'd let you know I spent quite a lot of money on it. Yes, the vehicle is up for sale, as is where it is. Looking around, offers around the 30 grand mark. It has cost me a lot of money. I'll talk a bit about it. It was originally an RB30 carby model. Tail shafts to the transfer case. They are a smaller yoke end, smaller diameter tail shaft as well. There's no information on the internet about this sort of stuff, so I thought I'd let you know. You got to put a 4.2 diesel or petrol gearbox in. It bolts straight up to the RB30 gearbox mount, what goes across the chassis. The yokes off the RB30 transfer case actually go straight onto the 4.2 transfer case. So that was no problems there. I put new seals in, of course, before doing so. Gearbox wiring is the same, plug and play for that, for reverse lights, for a drive light on the dash, all that stuff works. You can't use RB30 four-wheel drive gear shifter. It is shorter in the length from the gearbox bracket to the four-wheel drive transfer case lever stud what comes out of the transfer case. Just what I'll let you know, you got to have a 4.2 one for that to work. I just modified mine. I just made it longer, so it worked. You got to have a 2-inch lift. Now, as the right hand exhaust hits the tail shaft, when you go around the left hand corner, the car will flex and it will hit the tail shaft. So you got to have 2-inch lift in your car. Longer brake lines. You got to put a clutch booster in, which you just buy 4.2 petrol or diesel, doesn't matter. And you put your provided master cylinder and slave cylinder from Marks Adapters in. That's all provided. It's a pretty good kit. All your exhaust systems provided in the kit when you order everything. I had trouble with the acceleration pedal. There is no bracket to buy for a GQ anywhere. Even Marks don't do one. They say you can buy one, but then you go and modify it. All I did was I had the whole donor car, so I cut the plastic down and I drilled 2 holes, and I ground off the head of a bolt, and it bolted straight to the Nissan Patrol floor where the old accelerator went. You gotta use quality fuel regs. I had a cheap fuel reg, just a $60 one off of eBay. It's no good. I couldn't get it down to 60 PSI. It kept running at 100. I had a lot of problems with it running rich, and that's probably one reason why it was shutting the motor down when it got warm, because it was running too rich. I could smell that it was running pretty fumey out of the exhaust anyways. And I bit the bullet. I spent nearly $400 on a fuel regulator, and I did blow money on another throttle body, which was nearly $600. I'm not sure if the other one would work properly in it. It's a spare part, so I do have a spare ECU as well, just in case. Because I pulled this ECU apart and there was a bit of floating, like earth wire looking stuff in there. I tipped that out and I put it back together and kept going. There was a lot of changing. I put in one of them 60 PSI fuel filters with the return inbuilt in the fuel filter. That didn't make any difference. Still had trouble with it, so that doesn't work. So yeah, I went and spent more money on that, and then the power wire from the battery to me power block with your relays and everything, I've got a safety switch just in case something goes wrong. It will click out 12 volt power. I did have an 80 amp in there, which I've changed it to a 200 amp now, type of thing. So that's all good now. Fuel pump's running awesome in the tank. I'm running a performance one in the tank, E85 I think it's called, fuel pump. I did have a bit of trouble there with fuel pipe disintegrating in the tank. So you buy a pipe and they say, yep, it's good for inside the tank, but no, it's not, it disintegrates. So I had trouble there as well. I had fuel lines blowing off, especially under the back here. I had to double clamp it, and I had to use different fuel line, real high pressure stuff, not your carby stuff, or low pressure fuel line. I had to use high pressure fuel line because even though when I double clamped it, it was blowing the pipe out, slitting it straight down the middle. So I had trouble there. At the moment, I still got to work out bottom radiator hose. It's hitting the power steering, the steering box. I was thinking about putting a VE Commodore one in. It's running a lot cooler now with changing the fuel regulator. Thermo fans don't click in nowhere near as much. Yeah, there's a lot of things involved. I was thinking about maybe putting a bonnet scope on it to get the air out faster, because LS motors run very hot. Other than that, she's a good rig, love it, tows the car trailer, no problems at all. Takes a little bit to get used to the clutch without lighting the wheels up everywhere you go. Other than that, it's all good. And when you're changing down, just be careful of the second gear, because if you're going a little bit too quick, you hit second and yeah, it locks the back wheels up. So I normally just toddle around in third most of the time, and it's got enough power there to power on in third. This is a flyby accelerator as well, not cable, so it's a bit of a different kettle of fish than cable to flywire, so it's a bit harder to work out a lot of things. I've had the scan tool on it millions of times. Doesn't really tell you overly much, just tells you, all your live data and all that sort of stuff. Doesn't come up with code, so it must be running pretty good. Another one too is you run your starter motor wiring. Don't run it down the back of the motor, always run it forward, then back underneath the extractors to the starter motor. I had trouble with wires melting. Just another advice, I was talking to a wiring fella in Western Australia, and he told me that's what they do with the 6 litre conversions. They run that wire forward and then back underneath, so it goes underneath the engine mount. So that's good. I don't have any wires melting there anymore, and everything's going good. I just thought I'd let you know what you got to do with an RB30 engine transplant. Apart from getting a qualified welder to weld the engine mounts in, it's pretty straightforward. Put it all in. This one's up for sale when my other one gets approved. Once it's all finished, it's down the exhaust shop. It's costing a fortune because it's all got to be prefabricated. But anyway, that's life. And get it all sorted. It's coming along nicely once the exhaust is done and the wiring's done and a couple other knickknacks, and hopefully I'll be able to get it engineered. It probably will be next year sometime, time that gets done on the other one. But this one's running awesome. I towed a car last week on the car trailer and it tows marvellous. Yeah, it's way more power than the old RB30 carby, and yeah, love it. It's pretty good. And that, I just thought I'd keep you updated and yeah, there's probably not going to be much more videos of it now. Pretty much, I've had one offer on it so far, so I'm just waiting for next year for the other patrol to be finished with the Windsor 302 motor getting in it. Once it's certified, this one will be taking offers anywhere around the 30k mark. No, it cost me about 20 for the conversion, and I've painted the roof, I've painted the bonnet, and painted all the mud guards, and yeah, I've done a bit of work to it, and everything. I've done all the wheel bearings and steering components, and that brakes are done, and yeah, spent quite a bit of money on it. I had to change the front springs because yeah, they were too soft for going around the corner. The exhaust was hitting on the power shaft, so I had to change my front springs, the heavier ones. But anyways, I thought I'll let you know, and yeah, I'll put new front custom bushes in and all that, the ones that the holes off centre this time, so I don't chop them out. And yeah, there's a couple of other things that needs to be done for a roadworthy. There's a couple of oil leaks, and apparently it needs a front stabiliser bar. I do have a stabiliser bar here, and stabiliser links, need to buy them. And yeah, it shouldn't take much to pass. There's no auto electrician around here to get the tacho working. No one wants to touch it, so yeah, same with the alternator. I rigged it up myself. It's like a safety thing. There's a separate switch inside the car hidden to turn the alternator on and off. That's just my own security system because it's an old car, so if someone goes to steal it, they're not going to get far because there's no alternator to charge the battery. So it's my own security. It's hidden in the car, no one knows what that is. I only pull it out if it goes to a mechanic shop or something. It sits in the console, but anyways, I put it somewhere else, hidden, tucked up away from everyone. So yeah, that's a bit of a safety thing. You can trip the safety pack out under the bonnet as well, so it makes it a little bit harder for someone to just hop in and drive it. It's yeah, I've hooked up a lot more things. I've bypassed a lot of the RB30 wiring too with troubleshooting. Find out what's going on with it, because you could wiggle some of the wiring and it would shut the engine off. So I bypassed a lot of that stuff straight to the point. Yeah, you can buy pretty much most things all from Marks. Probably my biggest thing is yeah, if you're towing and all that sort of stuff, probably to upgrade the clutch to a heavier clutch. But I'll let you have a look. This is the old base here. She's all certified, engineered and everything. If you bring your own roadworthy, I'll let the plates go with it, or you can come back for the plates another day with the car registered, and I'll sign the plates over. But it will be an as-is sale type of thing, because I live 10 mile away from anything to get anything fixed up properly on it for roadworthy. Yeah, it's got 33 muddies on it. All your steering stuff's all been done under here, all neat and tidy. Yeah, this is the old base. Let's give it a quick fire up. Your runs for you. Yeah, that's the bass for you. Just thought I'd give you a bit of a listen to it, and yeah, you guys all have a good one, and yeah, that's the bass. Make offers, send me a message through here. Have a good one. See you later.